Okay, guys. All right, guys. So today we're going to be going over the 2 new modules. There's a lot of important information that we're going to be going over, so please make sure that you are paying attention. We have... Okay, let me make sure that I'm in the right class. Okay, so if we can go ahead and stop our conversations for right now so we can talk about this academic stuff, and we can, if we have more time, we can talk a little bit, but let's go ahead and get started. Thank you, Miss Ashley. Yes, please keep the chat focused. All right, so this week, 12-14 to 12-18, we have our final Wednesday Wars novel study module. Okay. So in here, you will see that we have 2 in-class assignments. The first one for December 16th is going to be a what a character, which is just a Venn diagram on some characters that we will be doing. And then on Thursday, December 17th, we're going to be going over this 5 W's, the who, what, when, where, and why in class as well. So 2 in-class assignments. You also have your final discussion question for the novel, as well as your last Wednesday Wars quiz, okay, March through June, okay? So please make sure that you guys get this done. Again, as always, everything is going to be due by Friday, so please make sure that if you are not caught up, you are getting caught up. This is the last week before we go on break, so please make sure that you guys get yourself caught up so you're not struggling. Okay, the next thing that I want to go over, and this is very important, this is, and you can see here, 1-8 book report on Wednesday Wars. So this module is going to have all of the book report options that you guys are going to be able to choose from with their rubrics attached. So I'm going to go ahead and click on one. Here we go. So for this one, this is called the Book Jacket Book Report. So you're going to create a book jacket for your novel. Does anybody remember what a book jacket was? We kind of went over it at the beginning when we first went over the options. What's a book jacket? Yeah, that outside cover on the book, right? It has the cover, and then it has on the inside, sometimes it has information about the author, sometimes, and then the other side usually has like reviews as well as like a short synopsis of the book. So it's the outer layer of the book that, yes, perfect, James. The outer layer of a book that contains information typically about the author and the book. Great job. Okay. So for this assignment, what I want you guys to pay attention to is the rubrics. And each of these book report options has a rubric attached to it, okay? Now, a rubric is what we grade your assignments off of, okay? So here we have the criteria. So you need to include each of these, what is it, 4? 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 things need to be included in your assignment in order to receive full credit, okay? So the first thing on here is the novel illustration. You must include 1 illustration based on your novel. And this must be something that is not previously created for your novel, aka do not copy from the internet, okay? So if you include 1 illustration that you create yourself, you automatically get 20 points towards your assignment, okay? If it's something that maybe is already previously created, but you recreated it, that's probably the 15 points criteria rating, okay? Partial criteria met. If you take something from the internet, then that is going to be the 5 points. If you do not include an illustration at all, that is 0 points, okay? So that's how this is going to go. And then again, let me just go over the next criteria so we can kind of get a better idea of this. Synopsis. So you need to include a synopsis, which is you telling us in your own words, without giving spoilers, what the novel is about, and it must be at least 1 full paragraph. So this section here is worth 25 points. In order to get full credit, you must have one full paragraph, and it must be in your own words, and you must not give spoilers, okay? If partial criteria would mean that it's maybe a little less than one paragraph. 10 points would be that you either give me a very short, less than a paragraph, like maybe 2 to 3 sentences, or you do give spoilers. And 0 points would mean that you either copied. Is this assignment considered an ICANN? Yes, so all of our assignments are based on the ICANNs. I could give you the specifics of those, but I have to pull them up. They're in my lesson plan. But yes, all of our assignments are always based on our ICANNs. Okay, so in order for you to get full credit in your own words, without spoilers, one full paragraph. Does everybody understand these ratings and how to look at the rubric? How to understand the rubric? Okay, we got a couple of yeses. I'm glad, Julia. I need a couple more yeses from you guys. I know that there's more than 5 of you in here. Okay. All right, thank you. So now we're going to go back to this module again. And we're going to go ahead and look at another book report option, just so we can make sure that we're understanding the rubrics, okay? So like I said, each of these assignments here in the module have a rubric attached to them. Excuse me. Please make sure that you are checking the rubric in order to know what is expected of you and what is going to give you the best grade, okay? So here we have the character interview book report option, okay? And this one has the quick synopsis of it. Pretend you are a talk show host and interview one of the main characters from your novel, okay? And then down here we have our rubric, okay? So here's the criteria. We have 1, 2, 3, 4 different criteria, each worth a different amount of points. And I want you guys to notice something about this last criteria here, conventions and formatting, okay? So when you submit this, if you are not submitting a video and you are submitting the transcript, I expect that you guys' assignments will be 12-point font Times New Roman only, okay? Many of you guys on the fairy tale assignment did not use 12-point font or did not use Times New Roman font style, okay? I will automatically drop you to partial criteria if one of these is not met, okay? So please make sure you're paying attention to this. That's a minus 10 points automatically, okay? All right, so like I said, please, what you guys are going to do is please make sure that you go over each of these. Yes, this one would be for you to use a Google Doc, most likely. Okay. So here's the kicker on this one, all right? For this module, please pay attention to this here. This is a discussion board due on Wednesday, December 16th. This is your book report proposal, okay? I know that I mentioned this at the beginning when we first started the novel study in our expectations. Okay, and what you're going to do is you're going to write 2 to 3 sentences, very simple, telling me which book report option you are choosing and why you think it's a good fit for you. Okay, and the reason why this is so important, guys, is because when you make your decision on which book report option you are going to choose, that is how I'm going to excuse you from the other ones. If you do not give me a proposal or you do not let me know which one is you are going to be doing, then you're going to have 5 100-point assignments missing in your grade book at zeros, okay? And that's going to drop your grade automatically to an F, okay? So it's very important that you guys complete this by Wednesday so I can excuse you for the other options, okay? Does that make sense? I need a yes or no from everybody on here. This is very important. Great, yes. Okay, Zakai, what's not making sense to you? Zakai, can you tell me what's not making sense so I can help you understand? None of it. Okay. Well, then we'll go ahead and we'll have to talk after class so we can discuss what's going on, okay? For everybody else, though, I will give you guys a reminder on Wednesday about this proposal, but I need it done, okay? It's very important. 2 to 3 sentences is very simple, and you're just choosing which one you want to do, okay? Make sure you review each of those rubrics before you make your decision, because are we able to do the book report? Yes. The reason why I have created this module already is to give you the opportunity to work this week while we are still in school, the opportunity to work for those 2 weeks over break, and as well, you still have a week when we come back, okay? This is due January 8th. No, the book report is due January 8th, okay? So the week after we come back, all right? So from here until then, you guys basically have an entire month to get this book report done. And that's why I expect it to be as best as you guys can do, okay? And again, the reason why this is so important is because it is worth 100 points in both my class and Mr. Fackelman's class, which means if you do not complete this assignment and if you do not turn it in, then you are failing both classes, and that's not good, okay? Last thing, an announcement will be going up today. I think I mentioned this in homeroom as well, but I want to reiterate this. On the announcement, I will be letting everybody know that the last day, the absolute last day, this has been a consensus between all of the teachers. The last day to turn in any of your missing assignments for our class for your grade 4 semester is January 8th as well. Okay, so that week after we come back is your last day to turn in any missing assignments for our classes. Okay, just for the semester grade. Okay, if you do submit missing assignments after January 8th, that's fine, but they will not go on your semester grade. They will go towards your final grade at the end of second semester. Okay, same thing with this book report. Unless you give me an extenuating circumstance, meaning that it is something so bad or so outrageous or so complicated that it affects you not being able to get this assignment in, that is verified by your parent, which means your parent email or calls me and lets me know, then there will be absolutely no extensions on the book report. Okay? So January 8th is the last day to turn in the book report for semester grade. If you do not turn it in by January 8th, then it will go towards your final grade at the end of second semester. However, it will not be on your semester grade for this semester, okay? Does everybody understand that? Absolutely no extensions. Okay. All right. All right, does anybody have any other questions regarding either our last week of novel study or on the book report options and the rubrics or proposal? Nope. Okay. If you do have any questions after you have reviewed each of the rubrics, please email myself or Miss Ashley or come to on Wednesday with your questions so that way you are ready to submit your book report proposal on Wednesday. Okay? Make sure. No, Julia, I do believe he's out today and I am unsure, but it looks like he may be out the rest of the week as well. Okay.
Hi guys, for Mr. Fackelman's class, he was going to give you guys options to go ahead and continue working on your Wednesday Wars novel study. So make sure you finish that and make sure you finish the last module that he uploaded for you. Okay, everything in his Canvas is still current.
Lizzie, he's okay, but we are not allowed to share private information on other teachers, unfortunately. That's just our policy. But he'll be okay, okay? Okay, I appreciate your guys' concern. And we'll let him know you guys are thinking of him. Okay. All right, kiddos, if there are no questions, I'm going to go ahead and release you. Make sure that you are getting on your reading this week. Monday, you should be starting on at least March. If you are not at March, make sure you're getting caught up, please. Make sure you're doing those reading quizzes if you haven't completed them already. Okay? Do not leave yet. Have not excused you quite yet. And that's pretty much it. But hold on. I still have to take your attendance. So give me a second and then make sure you guys come to PE.